I'd like to thank Owen County Tea Party for allowing me to come tonight. I have been a politician for a month and a half. I was caucused in after no Republicans would challenge the Democrat state representative of District 36. So when they came to me and asked me if I would, after 2 years of talking to people, preaching to people, calling them idiots if you don't get involved, I couldn't say no. I have a grandson sitting right out in the audience there. That is my main supporter. He helps pass out palm cards, door knocking, walks in parades. At 4 years old, he's just not being taught, or he's not just being taught, he's being trained to involve himself in the direction of our country. My name is Jim Lycan, and I'm the Republican candidate for State Representative of District 36. And I come before you tonight not as a politician or a refined speaker or someone trained in the art of oration, but as a parent and a grandparent, excuse me, horrified at how certain elements have set course to obliterate our Constitution, that seek to eliminate our Christian values and morals, to destroy traditional family foundations, and desire not to just teach, but to train our children to be dependent on and submissive to the government. We've all been involved in a struggle to regain fiscal and moral control of our government. We've campaigned and worked for congressional representatives and senators. We've sent emails, did Facebook, wrote letters to a multitude of office holders and editors. These elements that I speak of aren't federal, but they're rooted deep within the fabric of our state government, working diligently to wrest from you your God-given rights to be free from oppressive laws, regulations, and dictates, pushing programs of education, social reformation, life directions, nutrition, and most destructive, pushing and mandating acceptance of immorality, corruption, and irresponsibility that tears at the very cornerstones of a strong society. I seek your support as conservatives against one element in particular, Representative Terry Austin. Why is it important that I should travel all the way from District 36 up above Indianapolis to garner support from a seemingly separate district? Terry Austin's votes have already and will continue to affect every man, woman, child, born, unborn, and aborted in the state of Indiana. Terry Austin's battle against conservatives began in 2002 when she was first elected to the House of State Representative. A few highlights of not just her votes, but her convictions and priorities. In the right to work legislation, Terry Austin didn't run off to Illinois like the rest of the Democrats in the House. She was bolder, more aggressive. She stayed behind to ensure the House Republicans could accomplish nothing. This representative voted against school vouchers, scholarships of which every property owner, whether they have kids in school or not, pay the taxes for the schools. These allow parents an affordable alternative to public schools, being able to instill in their children at school Christian values and personal responsibility. Being in public education for 30 years, Terry has been a prominent force in setting educational criteria. During the definition of marriage legislation, Terry Austin held off her vote to be the deciding vote to keep the definition of marriage going to referendum for the Indiana's Constitution, denying each and everyone in this room their right, their ability, their chance to have their voice heard in the Constitution of Indiana. She says, nah, I'm not going to let that go. Excuse me, I lost my place. She wants state funding for Planned Parenthood, promoting abortions, and voting against mandatory information being given before abortions, that life begins at its inception, and that at 20 weeks, these babies feel pain. January 22nd, 2011, during a rough winter storm, an alliance of conservative groups met in Sharpsville, Indiana, with one specific goal in mind: to bring a conservative to government. Working towards the primary, these conservative groups were laughed at, scorned, belittled, shoved aside, and told to get real. And indeed, we did get real and changed the course of politics in America. No longer are conservatives laughed at. No longer are they ridiculed. No longer are they rejected. Conservatives now are being sought out. Tea Party-backed candidates, we've all heard it. In the course of politics have changed even deeper. The effects run into the very core of Indiana. In House District 36, not only has a Tea Party-backed conservative been asked to run for state office by the Republican Party, but a known Tea Party activist, an activist still on the board of Hoosiers for a conservative Senate. For years, we've been building our strength to be a formidable force in government, reaching out to other like-minded people and groups across the state. Now is the time to come together for what is good and what is right for the great state of Indiana, we have an opportunity to rid our state government of the keystone element that has been attacking us for years now. A keystone, I looked it up. It is the wedge-shaped stone at the center of the arch that holds all the other pieces together, and Terry Austin is a keystone. This battle doesn't only include District 36. It involves every man, woman, child that's born and unborn, from Ohio to Illinois, from Kentucky to Michigan. This is just not a seemingly different fight in a different district. This woman has involved every person here and is dead set to ruin every person in this room. I thank you for your time. I look for your support. Email your friends about Terry Austin. Research Terry Austin. You will be abhorred at what you find out about her. Research me. I have paperwork over on the table. I have the Facebook with my email. This fight involves everybody. You're writing to your editors. My campaign needs financial help. I've come to conservatives that I know, as we did with HFCS, uniting conservatives for a common fight. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your time. Thank you for allowing me to speak tonight.